then guys, today ballasting. Now it's become apparent, I'm going to actually turn you around so I can talk to you again. I quite like talking to you actually. Yeah, you might notice I've got a wonky eye, not wonky eye, crusty eye, got conjunctivitis, but never mind. Anyway, today's video, ballasting. Now it's become quite apparent after doing these videos that people want to know more and more and more and more and more, and the whole point of me doing these videos was to keep them really simple. Now I've had requests, have I got links to how to make transformers. Now if you Google how to make a transformer, transformer calculators, you'll find loads, okay? You'll find quite a lot on what I'm doing these videos on. It must be that, well, I haven't actually googled it, so I could be lying, I don't know actually. So anyway, basically what I want to say is, again, don't try this at home unless you know what you're doing, and I want to keep things simple. The whole point of these videos is to keep things simple so that people that may have a lot of electrical knowledge, they know, you know, there's some people that, like, there can be a lot of people that can do a lot of stuff, you know, how to do lots of stuff, and you know, they've built Tesla coils, they've done this, they've done that, but they're still not sure on how to wire a ballast, how to wire multiple ballasts. So I want to keep it simple, alright guys. So I'm not going deep into things, I'm just keeping it simple. So here we go, I'm going to flip the camera around, and right then guys, as from the other day, we have a transformer. Okay, we've got our live and our neutral obviously coming in here. Now our neutral I'm going to stick in there, hoping that the pen works. Yeah, I can't draw a straight line, so very rough. Now then, this transformer we've got here, we're going to say it's not current limited. Okay, you get current limited transformers, you get non-current limited transformers. Two perfect examples of a non-current limited would be the potential transformer, the big valve amplifier, valve radio, sorry, MOTs, you know, so that's what we're going on. Current limited transformers, most of you will probably know, NSTs, neon sign transformers. Okay, with a neon sign transformer, you plug it in, turn it on, boom, done. You don't have to worry about current limiting, you don't have to worry about anything. Well, you do, you have to worry about not getting electric shock, make sure you've got an earth, obviously, main safety point there, and obviously when you're finished, unplug, safety first. That's Larry's favourite saying. I'm not going to try and say what his YouTube is because I always get the letters muddled up. Right, so then we've got a non-current limited transformer, and we're going to say it's, for easiness sake, the transformer is 1000 watt transformer. Okay, so we're going to go for 1000 watts, and yeah, this is where 1000, so you get to see how bad my handwriting is. So we basically need a ballast. Now if you only need 250 watts from this 1000 watt, potentially 1000 watt transformer, okay, you can get a 250 watt ballast. Okay, if you want the full potential out of it, 1 kilowatt or 1000 watts, you would need a 1000 watt ballast. Now there are more than the basics to what I'm going to show you. There's electronic ballasts which aren't actually ballasts, although they are, so I don't understand them enough to go into them, so I'm not going to do anything about this, not, you know, as I say, keeping it simple. So I'm going to show you the first time. When I say the first time, it's not necessarily the first type. But I'm going to show you the first type that most people know as a ballast, okay? And yeah, you probably guessed it. An MOT, okay? They come in different sizes. This one just so happens to be, good job our safety glass, 800 watts, okay? Now the normal thing to do would be, obviously, core needs earthing, okay? You then take the output, which is this one here, and attach it to the core, so your secondary is shorted, okay? And then you would have your transformer. These are your two input wires. You'd have the ballast there in series with your live, okay? And that's the way that a lot of people will make ballasts using MOTs. Not a fan of it myself. You don't kind of know what you're getting. Yes, you can measure it, you know. There's other ways and other types of, that is a magnet, that would be classed as a magnetic ballast. These other types. God, bloody hell. You've got these type ballasts, okay? And again, it's a magnetic ballast, and you have 0 volts. No, 0 volts. Earth, needs to be earthed up here. My one unfortunately has had the connector block broken, and this is a 400 watt. It has a power factor of 0.45. I don't know if there's anything else I can tell you about. Anyway, that's just taking it too far. Anyway, you don't need to know that. And we're going to use the 240 volt tap. There's a 220 volt one on here. So basically, this is your incoming. You'd have your live go into there and coming out to here, okay? And that is a 400 watt ballast. Now if you wanted to make that bigger, so this would make this transformer only be able to supply 400 watts. If you wanted to make that bigger, you can put another ballast on. And this is just a 40 watt, just to show you. And to make a ballast bigger, it's not got to go in series. If you put it in series, they'll cancel each other out. Again, not going to go into that. I'm just going to tell you how it's done. You would put that in parallel, okay? So if you want to add up, you need to have these in parallel, but in series to your live, okay? So that's magnet. If you've got any questions about it, ask. Then a lot of people use light bulbs, okay? So you've got all different size light bulbs. You can use halogens, you can use normal filament lights, you know. Now this is a 40 watt, okay? So you've got your 40 watt bulb, and you know, I'm not even going to put it in my socket because you've got your two connections and you put it there, okay? That wire goes to there, that wire goes there, using a socket obviously. And this is a 40 watt ballast. You would only get 40 watts at however many volts this transformer is rated at. Simple. Now if you want to make we're going to pretend I've got two of these, okay? So you've got your light bulb here. If I want to make 40 watts, okay, I can make another light bulb here. I'm not going to make another light bulb here, and that can be 40 watts. That's 40. I can do the same if I want and put another on. Okay, that's 120. So 4 lots of 40 is 120 watts. That would make this transformer 120 watts. So that is two types covered. I'm going to cover another two in a minute, I suppose, but that will be another video, because I can only do 10-minute recordings on my video camera. So that sort of partially explains to you two different types. You've got the magnetic ballasts